Saki gets a kitchen knife. Now y'all, this is setting off what they used to call back in the day PTSD for me. I guess today, I was gonna say, what do the kids call PTSD now? Emotional damage. Good day, good people of the finding year of the Radiance. Toon Link, Dave, Bravo, Dave, Anomaly, the Normal Cars. Hold on, where's Frank? He's right here, he's sitting on top of my laptop. Frank, the Christmas Sloth. Welcome back to another fantastic episode of the... No, it's not that. It's the Danganronpa Hunger Games. And if you thought for a second this was going to be a championship episode, I laugh in your face. You are a fool. Although I guess it could be. But that's a future me problem in the Hunger Games. Today, we are celebrating this past week. It was 12/12, aka a double dozen, aka a celebration of a dozen donuts, aka it's Donut Day, baby. So we have all of our donut lovers here and now to, I guess, you know, feast on some donuts, potentially. So without further ado, let's get in the action. We're starting off with, I mean, like, it's her episode. It's her episode. Hina with Makoto, Hifumi, Taka, Leon, Mondo, Freaking Sayaka, and Hero District 2. As we do a little scroll down here, we see Hajime, Akane, Fatogami, Chiaki, Crazy Hiyoko, Ibuki, Nakamaru, and Teru gonna cook up some of these donuts today. District 3, we see Komaru, all the Warriors of Hope, Jotaro, Kotoka, Masaru, Monica, Nagisa, our champion, as well as Haiji and Hiroko. District 4 sees Gonta, Himiko, Kaito, Kokichi, Neo, Rantaro, and Samugi. District 5 sees Chisa, the Great Gozu, Juzo, Tengen, Kizakura, Ruruka, Mitarai, Young Mitarai, and Izuo. And lastly, District 6 sees Monokuma, Usami, Monodam, Monokid, Monofune, Monosuke, Monotaro, and Shirakuma as... we move this episode along. I've been told one thing and one thing alone. Wins Davey has gone through and told me a little something. He said he talked to Tamara. And if you saw the last installment of AWE programming, you noticed that Tamara is no longer medically cleared to compete. After giving it her all, after putting on a show, is no longer medically cleared to compete. And as much as she wanted to, her good friends in the Racket of Psalm advised her against it, and she wisely, I believe, talked to her friends and agreed. So, while Tamara cannot compete, we do have to find a replacement for Tamara. Wednesday, first and foremost, asked one person and one person alone. One person who is, her name is synonymous with that championship, and it is Camilla. And Camilla said to us, said to Wednesday, who said it to me, she said, you know, after Ophelia, my daughter, was put into that match with Boss, I realized there are more important things to going straight for the title. More important things than rushing to the title, so I'm gonna let somebody else take this opportunity, but I still want to fight. And so, Camilla said instead of running towards the title, she is going to take the long road. She is going to officially declare her entry into the Fight Before Christmas Rumble. She's going to do her daughter proud in that Rumble match, a match that she's never competed in. Last Fight Before Christmas, she won the championship. This year, she wants to win the Rumble. So we still gotta find a replacement for for Tamara. I think he didn't say who that was gonna be, so he's scrambling at this point. That being said, Camilla for the Rumble. Whoop whoop. While we're here with that though, let's get our roll going. Nagisa's there. Tinko might be here soon, because as we go over here, in. There it is. Tiny decisions. Man, I really do love what they've done with this app. I never thought it would update, not gonna lie. Because in 3, 2, oh, nope. I counted 3, 2, 1 and didn't actually click the start recording, but now in 3, 2, 1. It's still really a little itty bitty baby chunk, but we've seen it hit at 10% before. Will it hit today? That is the question on everybody's minds. Let's find out right now. Nope. I'll say not even close. We're about a quarter of the wheel away from it. Not even close today. Tinko's taking her sweet time. But that means we get to take our sweet time today. Secret achievements in play. Congratulations again to the new World Pancake Champion Mahiru yesterday. She's not in this episode today though. That being said, make your picks first, second, third because your comments are important. Last time I told you to pick your favorite quote from a song, and I'm gonna go through a good chunk of them. Some of them I knew, most of them I did not. So you're gonna, as I read them, you're gonna have to come back either now or in your last comment. Tell me what the songs were because I am very curious. I'll give a listen to every single one of the songs. It's a guarantee. But we go back and we pick over here and we go over here and we start off. Ryan said Kotoko and Kotoka. Kokoto's still somewhere in the coffin. Ryan cooked. Not for nothing. We do have to give a put the ones up for Ryan. Anthony Sub, who says, "Let's go March 7th in the Rumble." We did announce that last time. And the song lyric was, "I've been swimming with piranhas. I don't need a shark." Don't think I know the song. So you're gonna have to tell me. Matthew Glover, who mentions that Shuichi fell into despair right at the end of the game. Right, it was really Kaede and Shuichi dominating that game, and then all of a sudden took out Kaede and then took himself out too via the rats. Sonic Gaming, who says my favorite song I most recently listened to was Main Event-ish. It's stuck in my head on loop. Alright, well cool, not the line. Oh wait, I think right under that you said the line. One line from my favorite song is, "I don't crumble for nothing, I got the world on my shoulders." That does sound very familiar. Unsure though at this moment in time. Thunder, who gives a silly answer and says, "Ba dee doo, bell, keyboard, trumpet, spaceship, fax machine or printer, saxophone, bluebird, ba ba da." Ridiculous. Kuzu, who says, "I've been working on a unified theory. If I make it through tonight, everybody's gonna hear me out." Whichever actually continued and said, "I'm the right one. On my touch-tone telephone." And that's what I wanted to see, going through and singing, yeah, I know that song. Let me see. Twin Magic's Adventure said, "No funny intro, we're both worried about our big sis here." Well, luckily for you guys, big sis was found, and y'all are all fighting together at the Fight Before Christmas baby and the Nightmare Before Christmas match. Natasha posted, the thoughts that were going through Shuichi's mind. Who was like, "I officially hate you again. Oh my gosh, having to defend the monster heel every single time in these games." Kaede has been a monster heel. But was that potentially a heel turn by Kaede or by Shuichi? Who knows? Jags fan Favorite song lyrics, I have a couple. But going for this one, kill for kill, eye for eye, blood for blood, it's time to die. Retribution tastes so sweet. Which also, I read a lot of these and I was like, I think I've heard this before. But it's probably a song that I haven't like listened to a whole bunch of times, but like reading it out loud, I was like, I'm pretty sure I've heard this. Regardless, opening it off says, my favorite Christmas song, I don't know. I guess it's just been listening to Christmas music recently. Arrow. Phoenix Not Right says, in terms of lyrics, too, there's nothing I can do now but stand here and watch. It all catch up to you. Alright? And then Savages, at war with ratios and averages. Government establishments, coloring additives. Savages at war with ratios and averages, savages. Which, very good. I know the second one. The first one I'm uncertain. Cherry, we're no strangers to love, which honestly, goated. But then actually gives another one, which is your beauty is beyond compare, with flaming locks of auburn hair, which I think, I have no idea what it is, but it doesn't miss. Kotoko actually comes through with song lyrics, with a bunch of them. Let's do the first one and the last one. Without evil, there could be no good. So it must be good to be evil sometimes, which I thought, which is just good, which is just really good. That's not, I don't know the song verbatim, but it reminds me of another song. Here we go. And then the rules of nature shall never apply for me. I molt into a new form, or rather, yes, into a new form. I can finally be free. I aim to push forward to live 1,000 lives. I don't care about the price. Very good. There's like I want to like snap after all of these, but we don't want to take too much time on this. Dragon Force Czar, with the question of the day, and the rain comes, and the world is on my head. Crave the sun, but I can't get out of bed. Like that. Y'all are really gonna have to go back and tell me all of these songs so I can just listen to them. And lastly, Lady Psychic, who has multiple favorites but just picked randomly one of them. We've got to hold on to what we've got. It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We've got each other, and that's a lot for love. We'll give it a shot. That one's just a classic. Living on a Prayer, that one's a super classic. I'm not gonna pick a favorite for that one because I want y'all to give me the songs so I can listen to them. Do I have another question? Oh, I feel like I do. I feel like I had a good discussion on Tuesday or Monday night, I think, during Raw. What do we talk about? What do you think is the best present you've ever given? That is what I want to know. Yeah, that's what I want to know, actually. Let me know that. What's the best present I've ever given? Because I care a lot about, like, presents. Especially for, like, birthdays. Like, oh, I want to get you a good birthday present. I think the best... I don't know, one time I got my brother, like, the Stone Cold Championship belt. I think that might have been goated. Like, there's a couple, like, other, like, really good ones that I can think about. Like, engraved ones. You guys know, what's the song from Avatar? Leaves on the Vine that Uncle Iroh sings. That is a really sad, really, like, heart-wrenching song. I got one of my friends a music box that plays that. It's just emotional damage. That being said, you made your picks. I'm gonna make my picks real quick, and we're gonna start this episode. Give me not Sayaka for first. Give me Hiroko for second, and give me Young Mitsurai for third. Those are my picks. Let's roll. Pablo, are you here? Thank you. Let's get the show on the road. How many times, Pablo? How many times indeed? A whole 6? A whole set of 6. Secret achievements in place. We're gonna scroll to the top and let's get this episode on the roll. Not just one time, not 2 times, not 3, not 4, not 5. But we ain't even gonna wait for the beat to drop, the beat to break down. We are proceeding with 6 times. The show? The road? they're there, both of them, and now we need to put the show onto the road. And the only way to do that is to scroll down, and that is to proceed. And as the tribute stand on their podiums, the horns they not sound. So horn bearers, could you I know we were just going on the road to the show, and the show was on the road, but you guys start the show, so if you could just get on the road too. Why, thank you. Thank you, horn bearers. Let's do what we do best. Juzo finds a canteen full of water. Crazy Hiyoko, Izuyoi, and Komaru arrive to the games as a group, but are penalized 50 luck as a result. Avi has clicked the wrong button, and the vibes were off at the start of the episode. Let's fix that. Hiroko and Gota engage in a friendly knife fight. Nekomaru finds Ibuki's corpse from a previous game. Ibuki's not shocked by that discovery in the slightest. Kaito is spacing out and wonders if the die landed on a 1. It definitely landed on 6 times that. Shirokuma finds a torn photo of Monotaro with a word, friend, scribbled on the back. Huh. Who'da thunk? Rantaro proposes to Hifumi, and they happily skip away as Hifumi accepts. Who would have thunk? I wouldn't have thunk. Monodam clutches the first aid kit and runs away. Masu runs away from the cornucopia. Kotoko bashes Monika's head in with a mace. Hina runs away from the cornucopia. Monokuma steps off his podium too soon and blows up. Jotaro runs away from the cornucopia. The comments section bet all of their Monocoins on Mitarai, so young Mitarai better win this game. Monosuke convinces the champion, Nagisa, Hajime, Haiji, Chiaki, and Gozu to boycott the killing game. Fatsugami sets fire to the cornucopia, incinerating Makoto, Kokichi, and Monofini. You know what? I kind of miss set fire to the rain. I might listen to that later. Himiko runs away from the cornucopia. Ruruka scares Taka away from the cornucopia. Saki gets a kitchen knife. Now y'all, this is setting off what they used to call back in the day PTSD for me. I guess today, I was gonna say, what do the kids call PTSD now? Emotional damage. I kinda just didn't shut up. Tengen rips a mace out of Usami's hands. Monica runs away from the cornucopia. Chisa tries to explain to Monokuma that there's been a mistake. She's not supposed to be here. Roma finds a turtle in the game and brings it along for the rest of the game. Sumugi smashes Kizukura's face with a brick. He shrugs off the blow. Teru takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia. Mew finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Mondo and Leon agree to kill each other last. And Hiro finds a model cornucopia in the cornucopia. We proceed as Mitarai puts on a pair of stutter shades, increasing his aesthetic level tenfold, making Hina and Izuyoi both envious. I feel like I've owned exactly 1 pair of shutter shades. Yeah. They were either orange or purple. Future me problem. Komaru confides in Chisa. Monodam confesses how much he has come to hate Nekomaru, and Nekomaru says the feeling's mutual. Kotoko and Ryoma want to raise the bar. In fact, they are the bar. Himiko kills Teru with his own weapon. Leon creates his own superhero identity and lists Monica as a sidekick. Nagisa defeats Hajime in a fight but spares his life. Mondo decides to lend Avi a hand and kills Komodo Dragon that's loose in the arena. You love to see it. Haiji has drip. Kaito, Hiroko, Crazy Oko, and Ibuki swim in a magic lake hidden deep beneath the arena whose mystical waters all turn them into chibi forms of themselves. Magic doesn't always have to be useful, but it sure is cute. Tengen joins the balloon protection squad. Monotaro declares his support to the squad. Pimp Kazuichi stabs Monotaro just like he did with Pablo. We don't need to be reminded of that. Pablo still has nightmares. Pablo has emotional damage. Gozu makes a life-size cardboard cutout of freaking Sayaka to spite Avi. We can fight. Kizuka plants some trees. Mew and Usami insults each other relentlessly after getting into a bloody fight. Gonta receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor, or rather a secret admirer. Hiro comes before Hifumi in this event. Juzo, Taka, and Masaru come up with a complicated escape plan. Monosuke shares his pancakes with Chiaki, and this earns Monosuke a spot into the World Pancake Championship Invitational. Monosuke, I've grown to like you a lot during the series, and this only solidifies that. Mono suck. There we go. Sayaka makes a tier list of all the other tributes. Samugi's S, apparently favoring the blue-hairs. Shirakuma's A, Jotaro's C, Ruka's F, and Rantaro didn't even make the list. Fatsugami wonders if Nagito has Nagito insurance. We lost 8. 8 of our 40, I think that's 20% of the competition, actually. After this, Clarity Loon 4. Monokid, Monokuma, Monokuma, Makoto, Kokichi, Monofune, Akane, Teru Teru, Monotaro. My brain really did say, Monokuma, say it again, Monokuma! We'll see everybody's statuses. No, we had 48 because we had a district with the bear, so we actually lost 1/6 of the competition. Makoto, I'm not gonna read all of them. You just saw. I will say, however, that Ultra Despair Girl is still completely in, and so are Danganronpa V3, and so are Danganronpa 3. The bears sustained many casualties, is what happened. My goodness, we'll proceed to see if they suffer anymore. Mew burns down Avi's wares and despairs. Mew swears it was an accident, but Hiroko said she saw the whole thing. Mew burned it down deliberately. For some reason, I believe Mew more than Mama, and I let the whole ordeal slide. That's out of character for me. Crazy Yoko. Received spaghetti from Nono's Monster. Monodam challenges Avi in battleship. Monodam has his battleship sunken by me. And do you know why? Because Monodam's a fool. Monodam is a loser, and Monodam is a stupid idiot for trying to beat me in Battleship, the king of Battleship, the #1 in Battleship. And don't you forget it. Hiro, Jotaro, and Tsumugi find the Triforce. They each take a piece for themselves. Hiro, Triforce of Courage. Jotaro, Triforce of Wisdom. And Tsumugi, the Triforce of Power. Leon is an international super spy. Monosuke's obnoxious snoring renders Tengen, Hina, and Chisa unable to sleep. Kaito is hot and bothered because Haiji set Kaito on fire with a flamethrower. Well, that'll do it. Taka burns down Avi's. Taka swears to an accident. Shirokuma says he saw him do it on purpose. Taka, of course, I actually do believe Taka more than I believe Shirokuma, cause you can't trust Shirokuma as far as you can throw him. And I can probably throw that man's pretty far, or that bear's. Mitrai edits the description of this video every day. Chiaki imagines a future where she could be with Ibuki. Rantaro, Usami, Sayaka unsuccessfully ambushed Fatsugami, Kizukara, and Kotoko, who killed them all instead. Izue loves all the V3 survivors equally, Maki, Himiko, and Saki. Kamaru, Gozu, and Nekomaru enter a scrum with Nagisa, Himiko, and Hajime. They argue about V3's ending, and you know what? I would like you to rethink about V3's ending now that it's been a hot minute. Now that it's been a while, how do you feel about it? Because I feel like when it first came out and people were talking about it, they were like, oof. It was really, really mixed. But now that it's been a minute and you've had time to settle on it, how do you feel about it? Gonta's unknown sponsors, Avi, do I sense some bias here? Well, yeah, everybody loves Gonta, and that's the bias. Juzo eats a Cadbury egg and a Reese's egg at the same time, is now the embodiment of Easter. I'm surprised he didn't blow up. Ryoma is having a fever dream while he's asleep. Wakes up to Kyoko standing over him. Hifumi, stop being selfish. Monica tucks Mondo into bed, gives him a goodnight kiss. Master was killed by a bite from a black mamba. You know exactly whose fault that is. Ringo. And Ruka dies from an infection. We will proceed though. We did lose not a bunch of people, but a good chunk. Mondo collects some fruit from a tree. Mew stabs Monaco with the sword, revives him with the wish ring. Repeats the process until they're satisfied. Rest in peace, Monica. Shirokuma attempts to strangle Chiaki, but Akira ends up massaging her shoulders, and you know what? I feel that. Jotaro tends to Kizukura's wounds. Samugi is pricked while thorns while picking berries. Taka challenges Ibuki and Hina to an anything goes pancake eating competition. Ibuki eats the most pancakes and earns a shot. One more shot. At the last title she needs to become a Grand Slam champion. Good luck to you, Ibuki. Chisa and Avi, we go. Way back. How far is way back with Chisa? I don't think it's the way is back, you know, but we go back. Hifumi wrote about season 4. Komaru begs for Gozu to kill her. He refuses, keeping Komaru alive. Nekomaru and Himiko play tricks on Izue while Nagisa steals from his room. Leon asks Fat Togami if he likes boats. Fat Togami says no. Crazy Yoko and Gonta play tricks. This is a trick squad out here. Tricks are for kids. On Tengen, while Kotoko steals from his room, Hiro and Ryoma work together to toss Hajime's items into the lava. His wizard robe is gonna burn! Juzo sets off an explosive, taking out Monosuke, Hiroko, Haiji, and Monodam, and young Mitrai reminisces about season 3. We proceed. We lost 11 that time. Now, we are below, we're below 40, right? We're at 39 after this, Claire de Lune, not terrible turnout, just a Claire de Lune, 4. Kaito, Rantaro, Usami, Sayaka, Masaru, Ruruka, Monica, Monosuke, Hiroko, Haiji, Monade. Yeah, like as we peak, we got 39, right? 29. 29? Oh yeah, we were at 40. I don't know why my brain was like, we're at 50. Wrong. We have 29 left, just over a standard sized game. We'll go through the statuses of the teams so far. Just 2 from Danganronpa 1 gone. Just 2 from Danganronpa 2 gone, which means other teams have suffered some casualties. 4 gone from Ultra Despair Girls, but that champion is still there potentially for that fan vote. Gonta, Himiko, Miu, Ryoma, and Tsumugi all remain, just 3 gone from Danganronpa V3. Look at this team though, they are going bright and sunshiny. Only lost Haruka, and the Bears sucked. The Shirakuma's still alive for them though. How long will that last is the real question. We gonna find out. And as we do so, let's proceed to see Night 2. As Hifumi accidentally sticks his hand on the campfire that he made. Mitarai and Komaru walk under the mistletoe. Mitarai goes to kiss Komaru, but gets stabbed by Komaru because nope, not interested, I have a brother complex. Gonta and Kotoko do the exact same thing, except Kotoko stabs Gonta and says, no, I hate bugs. Jotaro steals Taka's first kiss. Ibuki slashes at Izio's eyes, he's now blind. I think he would actually do fine, I'm not gonna lie. Juzo grabs a dumbbell and starts working out. Chisa convinces Kizakura to snuggle with her. Gozu rejects your reality, substitutes his own, consequently ends up dead. Hajime sends Mew to jail for Mew-like behavior. It's about time somebody did it. It's about time, Hajime. That's my guy. That's my dude. Hiro tries to enter the secret underground casino located in the arena, but gets turned away by the bouncer. Crazy Oko, Tsumugi, Leon enter a scrum with Hina, Mondo, and Nekomaru over who's the strongest character in Danganronpa is. I feel like Nekomaru wouldn't even try and argue for himself. Admittedly. Himiko, Fatsugami, and Shirokuma enter a scrum debate with Ryoma, Nagisa, and Chiaki. They argue over who had the saddest death, and Tengen experiences the effects of Wednesday V breaking the space-time continuum. Those effects are death. He only did that one time. We do still blame him for it. Day 3. Nekomaru receives pancakes from AV, that's some bias. You're dang right it is. Himiko glares at Hajime and says, do you want to die? Hajime runs away. Juzo eats dirt, delicious. Hina starts hanging a mistletoe in the arena. Mew swoops in, snaps her arm, burns the mistletoe. Shirokuma camouflages himself in the bushes. Komaru eats dirt, delicious apparently. Mondo plants some trees. Tsumugi asks for my soundboard. I'ma give it to her, I suppose. Throws an epic dance party with Leon, Chiaki, Jotaro, and Hifumi Chisa. Embraces spring and plants roses outside of her camp. Hiro sets off an explosive, killing Ibuki and Kizakura. Izuyoi sees Fatsugami holding a meeting with Nagisa, Katoka, and Crazy Yoko. Ryoma receives a bottle of poison from an unknown sponsor, while Taka gets a knife from an unknown sponsor. We lost another 6. That brings us down to 23. That brings us below a standard size game, and that brings us to another Claire de Lune, 4. Mitarai, Gonta, Gozu, Tengen, Ibuki, Kizakura. Peek at everybody's status as we are at 23. All the Bears not out yet. They still have Shirokuma. Danganronpa 3 still has those 3. Danganronpa V3 still at 4. Danganronpa Ultra Despair Girl still at 4 as well. 4 as well for Danganronpa 2, and then 5, 6. Danganronpa 1 still kind of crushing. Still kind of crushing. It was not a great day for Danganronpa 3. They suffered many casualties, but they haven't lost this one. Who will come out on top? Will any secret achievements hit? Maybe? Yeah, we'll see. Night 3 begins as Jotaro defeats Hiro in a fight but spares his life. Hifumi works at AV's wares and despairs and is sick and tired of people. Works at Yoko's and sick and tired of so many people shopping at AV's, and he burns it down. Unfortunately, this puts some of the squad's radar who hunt down and kill Hifumi. Well, you know what? For you know, burning down my shop, it's kind of deserved. You didn't even, it was on purpose, too. Tsumugi finds an etch-a-sketch and shows Chiaki the portrait made for her. Chiaki loves it and kisses Tsumugi on the forehead. Kotoko grabs a dumbbell, starts working out. She's gonna be buff Kotoko. That sounds kind of cursed. The fat Togami attempts to climb a tree but falls to his demise. Mew walks across a carpet covered in Legos, powers through the pain. Reaches the other side. Nagisa gets a hold of my soundboard. Is struck down for playing copyrighted music. Hajime accuses Avi of not being the real Avi? I suppose that could be true. Himiko, Ryoma, and Komaru all have s'mores around the campfire on the cover of Darkness. Izuyoi spies on Juzo. Every day, Hina imagines a future where she could be with Mondo. Is she gonna win this? Donut-themed episode? It's possible. But now that I put it in the air, she's gonna die in the next round. Chisa, watch, that's not a prediction, that's a jinx. Chisa! Nekomaru asks Nekomaru to murder Taka, which he declines. Crazy Yoko is getting ready for AV Mania. Shirokuma is in the house. Leon decides to burn down the house. Incinerating Shirokuma will proceed. And Hina's still alive for now. Ryoma drinks cactus juice, starts to hallucinate. Tsumugi's trying to overthrow AV, fails miserably, but survives thanks to Leon. Taka dies of dysentery. Komaru glares at Juzo. Do you want to die is what she says. Juzo runs away. Mondo, Hajime, and Chiaki receive report cards. Mondo gets an A for his performance this game. Hajime gets a C, and Chiaki gets a big fat F. Hiro cleans the kitchen with his new kitchen gun. Nagisa attacks Chisa, but Izuyoi protects her, killing Nagisa. The champ is out. Crazy Yoko joins the balloon protection squad, and here's where we were seeing how the jinx is gonna play out. Oh, she actually super duper lived! She was on the verge of death between Kotoko, Nekomaru, and Himiko, but she pulled out that grappling hook and said, there's only one cure to a jinx, and it's a grappling hook. Yeah, Mew sets up an ice cream stand. Shao joins as her faithful assistant. We lost. Just 5. That brings us down to 18 after this. Third Loon 4. Hifumi, Fat Togami, Shirokuma, Taka, Nagisa. The bears are out. That's the big story here. Everybody else still has a chance, so I guess we'll do a slow scroll up, surprisingly enough. I was gonna say Ultras Burgos, they're just down to 3, right? Yeah, those trios. It's also very cool that Mew and Jotaro were hanging out since they're tag team partners this season, and Jotaro's like their couples counseling manager for some reason. We'll proceed again, and we'll see how this all plays out as Nekomaru receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Chisa walks into a portal, turns it on, her molecules got all rearranged, she's got ghost powers, phantom, Izuyoi and Himiko. The rest of this event is not welcome in a school environment. Tsumugi and Chiaki died in Monokuma's chest, not in Monokuma's chest. No. Jotaro puts his trust in Kotoko, allows him to fall backwards. Kotoko catches him. Jotaro says to Kotoko, I trust you with my life. Komaru disowns Hiro for being a disgrace to the family, to the bloodline. Where in the world is Ryoma? Mew disowns Hajime also for being a disgrace to the family, the bloodline. Crazy Yoko tries to stay up all night to catch a mastermind but falls asleep. Juzo screams into the void. Leon misses his planned meeting with Mondo, has a sad feeling in his chest, and Hina bleeds out due to untreated injuries, much like the jelly comes out of a jelly donut. Rest in peace to Hina. The feast actually surprised me. I didn't think we were in that range yet. The cornucopia is replenished with food, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Kotoko decides not to go. Nekomaru steals Himiko's memoirs. Leon takes a staff leaning on the cornucopia. Ryoma kills Komaru with a sickle. Juzo is sick of playing nice and turns heel, actually. Already heel. Does that make him a monster heel? Nah, you have to do that especially. Mondo decides not to go. Hiro decides not to go. Chisa's not going either. Hajime and Crazy Yoko fight Izuyoi and Jotaro. Izuyoi and Jotaro survive, and Mew is taken out by the elusive Player Space 1. Shocking and unheard of. We'll proceed again. It is day 5 as Nekomaru and Mondo pool their money together to hire Leon and assassin to kill Chisa, but Chisa's richer than the both of them, and Leon kills them instead, thanks to Chisa's funds. Himiko exclaims, not that I is for no reason in particular. Izuyoi thinks that Avi has an addiction to getting new addictions. Hiro fishes. Kotoko receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Juzo catches Jotaro off guard and kills him. And Ryoma receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. We lost 10. And that 10 brings us all the way down. That brings us down quite a bit. Within Your saving grace picks, we have a Claire de Lune for Samugi, Chiaki, Hina, Komaru, Hajime, Crazy Hyoko, Mew, Nakamaru, Mondo, Jotaro. Did we have 18 before? Do we have 8 left? Is that what's going on? Yes, that is exactly what's going on. So with 8 competitors left, no secret achievements have hit today. I kind of expected one, but I mean, like, we'll see if it happens. However, we also have to see who wins this game. And without further ado, you might need some new picks. I know I do. So let's go ahead and make them, shall we? You, me, together, making some saving grace picks. We have Leon still in here. Leon has held tag team gold. Leon has had his moments, but will Leon win today's game? Hero, the biggest hair in Danganronpa. Will he be able to come up clutch and win this one for the donuts? He'd do anything for a dozen. He's got the munchies. District 3, we see Kotoko, who's got 5 KOs, which I believe is the most out of anyone except for Juzo. Tied up with Juzo, can she carry on for Ultra Spur Girls and the Warriors of Hope? Himiko and Ryoma both still in. The shortest of the Danganronpa V3 squad, still hanging tough. District 5 still sees 3 members from Danganronpa 3, Chisa, Juzo, and Izuyoi, all still hanging tough. One of them carry on though, that's the real question. Izuyoi was very close yesterday in the World Pancake Championship match. Will he be real close again today, or will he actually catch the victory? First, second, third, make your picks in the comment section below. I'm gonna make mine as well right here, right now. And while you're there, you can go and like. You don't even have to subscribe, just make sure you hit the like button. That helps with the algorithm and whatnot, as they say. I'm gonna take Ryoma for first. I think Ryoma's been too quiet for too long. I think Ryoma's got this one. For second, the original Justice for Himiko. I think we're gonna take Himiko. And for third, Izuyoi. I think he's gonna get so close but so far yet again. Those are my picks from the top 8. But who will be number 1 in today's episode? Who will be taking home a dozen donuts? That's the prize for today's episode. We're gonna find out. These 8 are all caught with their hearts beating with the same pulse, determination, intensity, and perhaps even the same fate as that of a samurai woman. Final 8, let's see how it all plays out. We haven't seen our arena event, so, you know, it could play out very quickly is what I'm saying here. Juzo dies from an infection. Rest in peace to him. Himiko feels herself developing a crush for Kotoko. Chisa receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Leon decided it was a good idea to nosedive a polar bear preparing for hibernation, the horror, and Izuyoi tracks down and kills Hiro, which means Danganronpa 1 immediately out just like that. And Ryoma eats a Cadbury cream egg and a Reese's egg at the same time. Is now the embodiment of Easter. We proceed to see Izuyoi sets on explosive, taking out Himiko and Kotoko. As Chisa and Ryoma build a shelter together, both of them have conflicting ideas on interior design. We lost 5 of our 8, which means we are now just down to 3. Man, they were violent immediately. But it's a terrible turnabout for Juzo, Leon, Hiro, Himiko, Kotoko. And so, we carry on to our final 3. We have Izuyoi for the second time in 2 days in the final 3. Shocking. We have Ryoma and we have Chisa. Who's gonna carry on? I doubt that we will see a secret achievement hit now. But you know what? It is still very possible. Very possible. It is, at the very least, possible. We'll see how it goes though, because after right here right now is your final 3. Ryoma, Chisa, Izuyoi, and within our final 5, we like to call it when we get to this little special point in time, our tributes being caught in a crisis of fate. Let's do it. Crisis of Fate. It is Ryoma. It is Chisa. Is it Izuyoi? Will it end right now? It will not. but we are at your final 2. As Ryoma finds an Etch-a-Sketch, somehow, while Ryoma's distracted, Izuyoi sneaks up from behind him and kills him, and Chisa finds a Dark David in the arena and befriends it. And so now I have to ask you a very fun question. Who? Will it be, as I drop my water bottle, Izuyoi or Chisa? Chisa, former champion, excellent former agent of chaos, could be the winner of today's game. But here's the magical part about this one. Izuyoi came so close to the World Pancake Championship yesterday. We have talked about him not really being a single star, but succeeding in tag team action. Izuyoi could win for himself today. But standing in his way is Chisa. And just yesterday, Izuyoi came right to this spot. In the final 3, ended up 2nd place, I believe, and perished. Will the same thing happen again? Back-to-back 2nd places. We can only hope that it won't be true for poor Izuyoi. But he's standing up against a very game. No mercy. Not merciful at all, Chisa. It's Izuyoi, it's Chisa. Let's see how it all plays out. In your final 2, we know now. Then when it comes down between these two future Foundation members, if they were to do battle, this is how it would conclude. We see, in an effort to survive, Chisa tries to strangle Izuyoi with toilet paper. Izuyoi sees his life flashing before his eyes, remembering how just yesterday he had the life drained out of him, the breath drained out of him, and he doesn't want it to happen again. With fierce determination, he tears through that toilet paper, and then breaks Chisa's neck in retaliation, having his moment, and proceeding after this final terrible turnabout of the episode 4. Ryoma, Chisa. I'm actually very glad that he got us today. Because if he would have gotten 2nd place 2 times in a row, I would have felt for the man. But he had 8 KOs in this episode. And more importantly, he's your winner. Representing District 5, representing Danganronpa 3, represented it all. He came so close yesterday, but found himself trapped in a water bubble that he could not escape. And so his breath escaped, and so his life escaped him, but he would not let the same thing happen today. Your winner, Izuyoi, moves to the finale. Our boy, Izuyoi, you'll love to see it. He came through. I was worried. I would have been fine with Chisa too, but I was like, this feels like it should be Izuyoi. Took down who was almost a pacifist victor, but I guess if the toilet paper worked, she would not have been a pacifist. Against the ultimate non-pacifist this episode, 8 KOs, took out essentially a whole team by himself, a whole 6 of the competition. Incredible. We'll start from 10th, which was Mondo, 9th was Jotaro, 8th, Juzo, 7th, Leon, 6th, Hiro, Himiko 5th, Kotoko 4th, Ryoma 3rd, Chisa 2nd, and rounding off number 1 spot as we bring up that bracket, Izuyoi taking the W. You love to see it, you love to see it. Congratulations once again to Izuyoi. Let it be known, he kinda cooked. He kinda cooked today. And the series is slowly, very slowly, winding down. We got like, 3 more weeks, and it's gonna be a good time, and then we have finales and all sorts of shenanigans. That being said, well, I guess slow scroll through everybody else because I will need these results. I will need these, yes, for the numbers. Buy them, buy the numbers, yes, indeed. There we go. Now we'll proceed. It all started off with Kotoko bashing in Monika's head, but it all ended with Chisa trying to take out Izuyoi, hadn't taken out anybody this entire time. In fact, on day 4, Chisa was attacked by Nagisa, and Izuyoi protected her, so This meant so much more. This day 7 meant so much more. Oh my gosh. We'll proceed. Congratulations to Izioi. 6 KOs once again. Fatagami had 6, Juzo with 5, Kotoko with 5, Kizukura Leon had 3, everyone else with 2 or less. But the story of the game is Izioi first place. Danganronpa 3 cooked. They got the first 2 spots. And you'll love to see it. And you know what? They were cooking earlier too when they had like just one eliminated person. They cooked in the end. They cooked in the end. We'll go back to the reaping. Thank you. And Izioi, you enjoy those donuts. If anyone enjoys them, I guess in a near quality to Hina, I think it would be you. We know that you have a sweet tooth. So enjoy those donuts. And happy dozen celebration to everybody tomorrow. It is Friday tag team action. And after that, Friday night Inferno. What does Wednesday V got planned? What does Wednesday V have up his sleeves? Hopefully Nice has nothing up their sleeves. We're gonna find out though. Until then, toodaloo, like crew. Thank you for watching.